to the hairdressers this morning to get my roots done because I have quite a lot of roots that need doing, and I'm going to get silver toner put in again. Also, I think I have broken a rib. Yeah, I was sitting down, I heard a pop, I felt a pop, and now it hurts when like I bend or twist. When I laugh, it is so sore. If like I bend down to like go to my shoes or anything like that, it really hurts. It's really tender. And when Des like felt over the area, he said that he could feel like a ridge, like it was sticking out a bit. So yeah, it's really sore. Like it makes me involuntarily yell whenever I do something that like irritates it, which is pretty much everything. Oh. It's so frosty today, look at this. This is insane.
Sorry, it's even this way, but there's a circle of it. Excellent where it is.
Look at this ice. Oh, that's insane. This is Des's new car. He's got a Cougar because the last one broke overtaking a bus.
No, so I've got a family car instead.
Oh, that hurts so much. Des is normally into really sporty cars. Like his car history has been a GTR Skyline, and an M3, two M3s, an M5, RX-7.
It's a long list.
Yeah. There's so many cars I can't even remember them all now, but they're all like sporty. What?
32.
32? Yeah, he's had 32 sporty cars. And now he's driving a family Ford Cougar. It's a nice car though. Oh gosh. Mind you, your Golf wasn't that sporty though, was it? I can't remember if I said, but this is our breakfast for this morning. We don't eat like this all the time, I promise. It's just this morning and the other weekend. Out from the hairdressers from getting my hair done, and I also went to Primark and got some jumpers for Poland, and now I'm waiting for Des to come and pick me up. It's so cold. So after I came out of the hairdressers, I went to Primark. I bought some jumpers for my trip to Poland, which is next Sunday. Oh my gosh, by the way. Temperatures can be like -13 in Poland at this time of the year, so I really needed to get some warm jumpers, which I didn't have enough of. So I picked up this really cute jumper. I quite like this. I like the logo on it. It says, "Do not judge me, it's cheat day." So I love that. I think that's so cute. And I got it in a bigger size so that it's baggy, because I really like baggy fit jumpers. And then the next jumper that I got is just a plain black jumper, because I really like just plain black jumpers. I think they go with like almost anything. Well, no, I think they go with anything. It's just like a really good colour to have. It's normally one of my favourite colours for clothes. That and grey. I really like grey, and I like black for clothes. So I've got just a plain black jumper. These are both of them are like fleece lined on the inside, just to make it like really cozy. So That's pretty cool. And then I got myself some socks because they look really warm and I really like the design. I like the colours on this one, and they're all like knobbly and just warm. So they'll keep my feet really toasty while I'm in Poland. By the way, I wouldn't recommend going to a hair appointment when you have broken ribs because it is so painful. Like just getting out of the seat and walking over to the wash basin and then from the wash basin back to the seat was really painful. Like it was, yeah, it was crazy because even walking hurts, and I like wouldn't have thought it would have bothered me, but it did. After I came out the hairdressers, like I mentioned before, I went to Primark to get some clothes, and just walking like up a set of stairs and then walking along the street, walking round Primark, walking back. By the time I got to the bottom of the stairs to meet my husband, I was like in agony. I was like, I needed to just sit down and rest. But then of course I had the added fun of having to climb into the car, and that in itself was really, really painful. As if I wasn't going through enough pain, I then needed to sneeze. I was like, oh gosh, please don't, please don't, please don't, like pure terror, please don't. But I couldn't hold it in, and I sneezed, and it was so painful. It was both cruel and unkind. Would not recommend breaking your ribs, it's not fun at all. Here's a list of things I don't recommend if you have broken ribs. Hiccups, sneezing, laughing, yawning, bending, blowing your nose, walking, sitting, shivering, or generally anything that involves movement. Hi! So like I said, it's next Sunday that I go away to Poland, and it's crazy how quickly things have come round. It's mental how quickly time is flying past, and I just feel like I'm a little unorganised still. I'm really excited to be going and having the surgery, but at the same time I'm still quite nervous just about the anaesthetic like I mentioned before. I did some research on the internet and I typed in my symptoms and what happened to me, and it came up with emergence delirium, and reading up about it definitely fits in with what I went through, and I think that that's what had happened to me. So it made me feel a little better to know that it's a thing that happens, that it wasn't just like a freak thing and that it only happened to me. I don't know if I've ever gone into this story, but just so you understand, I'd gone off my breast augmentation, and afterwards when I was coming off the anaesthetic, I could hear the nurses talking, but I couldn't open my eyes and I couldn't speak yet. It was like I was just coming out of a very, very deep sleep. And I remember hearing the nurses yelling at me, and they're shouting, "Cat, cat, cat," and they're so panicked. Their voices are just pure panic stricken. And I was really angry. I remember feeling that because I thought that I had just been sleeping, like in a really comfortable deep sleep. And these nurses were like disturbing my sleep and waking me up, so I was like really grumpy, but I couldn't say anything, I couldn't respond to them even though I could hear them. So while I'm lying there in the dark, because my eyes are shut, I hear one nurse turn to the other nurse, and she's again really panic stricken, and she said she was thrashing all over the bed, her body was just thrashing around everywhere, she was really thrashing. And the other nurse was like, oh my gosh. And the two of them were like just really panicked, and then both started like amping up. They're shouting out my names, like cat, 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 and they're even more like panicked, and they're like, wake up, wake up, wake up. So finally I was able to open my eyes and speak, and I said to the nurse, did you say I was thrashing around all over the place? And the nurse looked pure like, uh-oh, look on her face, like she didn't know that I could hear her this whole time. So she said to me, oh, it's okay, don't worry, don't panic, it's just that different patients react differently to coming out of anaesthetic, and it's completely fine, don't worry about it. But there is no pulling the wool over my eyes. I knew she was panicked about it, like she was freaked out. And that worried me because I was like, well, was that dangerous? Like, is it harmful to my health if I have another surgery and go through anaesthetic? Like, could this be a real problem? You know, and then I was like, okay, like for my nose job, I was like, do I tell the anesthesiologist? I can't say that word. What? Anesthesiologist. I was like, do I tell this person what had happened last time? And I was like, okay, well, say you do tell them that. They may administer you less anaesthetic and then you may wake up during the operation, which would be, let's face it, terrifying. Terrifying. Then I was like, okay, I don't tell them, but then if it happens again and they're not expecting it and they're not used to like this, they may freak out, they may think I'm dying. If they can't wake me up, like I'll be able to hear them like I could before, but they won't know that I can hear them because I couldn't like speak or open my eyes, so I couldn't respond. So then they may think that I'm dead. And then like, what if they put me in a morgue? Like, my mind was just running away with me and overthinking, and I was like, what's the best to do in this situation? And I just couldn't decide what to do. So anyway, when I looked up on the internet and found out about this emergence delirium and read up on it, it said that not all medical staff will have experienced this or come across this before. So if it's something that they're seeing for the first time, like witnessing for the first time, it can be really, really like frightening for them and like make them panic. And so that explained why the nurses were panicked. Here's me thinking they're panicked because they thought that I nearly died. But no, they were just panicked because they had never come across this before. They didn't know to expect it and it had just taken them by surprise. So after this revelation, I do feel a little less worried about the anaesthetic as compared to how I was before, but I'm definitely still freaking out about it. Cracked ribs. By the way, while we're here, can I just say, what a good job my hairdresser has done of my hair. I really love like the silver tone in it, and my roots are all gone. Like, this is so cool. I really like this hair color, and I love how long my hair is getting now. It's getting there, you know. I'm really pleased with how my hair turned out. So if you're watching this, hairdresser of mine, thank you. You did an awesome job as usual. I love it.